Vice Media Group is an American-Canadian digital media and broadcasting company, developed from Vice magazine, originally based in Montreal and co-founded by Soroush Alvi, Shane Smith and Gavin McGuinness. Vice expanded primarily into youth and young adult-focused digital media. The founders launched the magazine, Voice of Montreal, in October 1994 in Quebec, Canada with government funding. They changed the name to Vice in 1996. Vice relocated to New York City in 1999 from an investment of $4 million by the Canadian tech entrepreneur, investor Richard Chilvinsky. Under the ownership of Richard, a few retail stores were opened in New York City and people could purchase fashion items that were advertised in the magazine. The British edition of Vice was launched in 2002, and Andy Capper was its first editor. Vice began expanding into digital video.
Jewelry in the clubs, you know? The routine is to show off, to stunt. And they just want to show their ass. That's what it is. Look at me, look at me, look at me. My industry survives on that, strives on that, lives off that.
Car business in general is a tough business. So the car rental business, even more so. Anybody that finds out that you can make money and drive a Ferrari, I mean, they're diving in it head first.
There's so many real celebrities out here. Everybody wants to be a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? So you get a little Lambo, get a little Ferrari. People look at you, you know, people go crazy. You're a celebrity, you know what I'm saying? Who's that? I want to know who that is, you know? Money attracts money, man, and that's the lifestyle, period, you know what I mean? If you don't got it, you're going to act like you got it. The game is finesse. Everybody in this room has lied one time in their life.
I just want to be blunt. Have you been finessing me?
Launching a new video service, VBS TV. As a joint venture with MTV Networks, VBS gained a fan base which led to Vice aggressively expanding its digital video operation, launching new channels, such as Motherboard, which focused on tech, Noisy, a music platform, and the Creators Project, an arts and technology site, founded in partnership with Intel.
I've always been someone who takes stuff apart to see how it works. I love the build. I'm not one to build something out of Legos and then put it on a shelf. This is the Tesla Honda. It's half Tesla and half Honda. It's an electric car that I built to figure out what the future of hot rodding is.
Vice began releasing films like Swansea Love Story, World's Scariest Drug, UK's Scariest Debt Collector, and the series Slut Ever, through their main website and YouTube channel, which brought a lot of viewers and subscribers. This series is the most viewed on the Vice channel. In their early days, Vice was known for covering emerging events and widespread issues around the world. Every day, it publishes a daily news capsule called News Beyond the Headlines, where it briefly covers stories, which did not receive much coverage by other mainstream news outlets. Their ability to give you content in a raw format makes their content very interesting and sometimes controversial. When it comes to news, we can all agree Vice has one of the most engaging content. In 2013, Vice Media premiered a new 30-minute news program for HBO titled Vice. In 2014, the second season of the show won a Creative Arts Emmy Award for Outstanding Informational Series or Special in the 66th Primetime Creative Arts Emmy Awards. Vice Media launched Vice News in 2014, which almost immediately gained global attention for its coverage of protests and conflict in Ukraine and Venezuela. A&E Networks, a television group jointly owned by the Walt Disney Company, made a $250 million investment in Vice Media for an ownership stake of 10%. In November and December 2015, Disney made two additional individual investments of $200 million, totaling for $100 million. Vice and A&E Networks announced Viceland, a then upcoming cable network that would feature Vice-produced content. Vice came under some scrutiny in 2017, with multiple stories being published citing allegations of sexual misconduct and a general boys' club culture at the magazine's parent company, Vice Media. The New York Times reported that there have been settlements involving allegations of sexual harassment or defamation against Vice employees. Vice Media CEO and co-founder Shane Smith has vowed to change the boys' club atmosphere at his organization, which led to inappropriate behavior documented in an investigative report. One of Vice's most recent acquisitions was acquiring Refinery 29, with the deal reported at $400 million, valuing the company at $4 billion. But in May of 2020, Vice announced they were laying off more than 150 employees due to financial difficulties despite increased audiences caused by the pandemic. The Vice layoffs did receive some backlash from the Vice Union. Currently, it is safe to assume that Vice is not profitable. Speaking at the New York Times Dealbook Conference in November 2018, current Chief Executive Officer of Vice, Nancy Dubik, told Andrew Ross that Vice would be profitable in 2019. But that did not happen. After Disney completed its acquisition of 21st Century Fox in March 2019, it inherited the $70 million stake that Rupert Murdoch had bought at a $1 billion valuation. But Disney wrote off the value of its $510 million stake in Vice to zero, meaning they weren't expecting any return on Vice in the near future. Let me know in the comments what you think about Vice. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button.